everybody, it's Doug here. How you doing today? You ready for our next episode of The Seventh Continent? That's awesome. I hope you are. We're going to get started with some corrections though, so I have a few, so I'm going to go over them relatively quick, as quickly as I can. So we'll start with the first one, which is movement. So this is actually a bad card for this example because there's no way to move on this card, so let me move to one that you can. So I'm going to time travel and borrow Elliot here for just a moment and put him back on this tile. You see this symbol here, you don't pay the cost of the tile you're moving to, you pay the cost of the tile you're moving from. So when if I move from here down to here, then I would have to pay 1 with no successes instead of 2 with no successes. That's 1, because I was paying the tile I was moving to. That's not correct. You pay the tile you're on for every character that is choosing to move in that direction. Okay, the next thing is her automatic... Mary Kingsley has this automatic success that I've put in her hand, and I don't know what I was thinking because it's very obvious to me. It only works with these types of skill checks, to which I used it for a movement check. So I am going to have to, unfortunately, discard a card. So that one is going to be discarded. However, I also get to pull something out of the discard pile because of this. Elliot has... I took away one of his cards because he got another card, and in reality this no longer counts as a card in his hand. So I got rid of the camouflage outfit, and he will be able to get that back and actually perhaps do it. And the seaweed that we have might be able to help. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna have to see. So anyway, I want to talk about that as well. Then lastly, I want to talk about these injury cards. It says that you sustain... You discard 1 card for every card in your hand. So right now, and I don't remember, somebody said I actually should have given both of them to Mary, but I don't remember that. And anyway, he would have been the one to have to take the hit, I guess. It says you get rid of a card for every card in your hand. Well, that would be true. So she would have gotten rid of 2 actually, not 1, because it's for every red symbol. Now, on Mary Kingsley, if she were to get that, this actually doesn't get rid of cards. This frightened. It doesn't have that symbol on it. So I have to get rid of yet another card, which sucks, but we have a way to get a few back. Hopefully we'll have a way to get a few back more. So we're even on that now. Now there was a couple other things too, just minor things. I'm not going to go over those. I will explain one more thing though. This card, I did do this right, even though someone said they didn't think I did, but this is correct. So the 17 card goes right over here, and that's what this is. It goes to the 15 card over here, but to go back over here we have to swim through this again, and we just have to make the skill check. So that could be bad for us. Yeah, really bad. So I took the 17 card instead of the 9 card, and that's what we did. We could have taken, depending on which direction we're going in, we could have taken either or. But I chose the 17 card, which is here. All right, now that gets us caught up. Let's start doing our stuff, man. We got Mary Kingsley and Elliot Pendleton. Someone also said that Mary Kingsley's a renowned explorer. She's not a hodgepodge, hotty-toddy English woman like I was pretending that she was. That's fine. She's still wearing a dress, so she still didn't want to tear it on the jagged cliff sides. That's the way I'm playing it. It's role-playing. Deal with it. All right, let's have some fun, people. So now the big question today is, I feel if we take this submarine or we do these things, we're going to miss some of the stuff that's over here. And there are things, icons on the cards that we haven't gotten to yet, things that we can see. So there's these graves here, so I got to go pray at these graves. And if I look over there, there's some fruit up here. I don't think we want to miss out on some of this stuff. So we are going to do some exploring before we try to take the submarine. I don't know if we're going to go back yet. Let's see. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take Mary, because I'm going to say that she's more of a religious sort than our guy, Elliot. And she's going to move down here to this action. She's going to pray. It's going to cost 1 energy. It doesn't require any success. Now when I caught myself up, I just discarded the cards. I assumed just to make it even. But normally, you do get to look at them before you do that. And this is a fire making kit. Now we have the flint that already allows us to make fire. This is another one-use item, so I don't know that she's going to keep it because she does have, in fact, 3 skills in her hand. I think she'll just use it for the requirement of the item. So we're going to pray, and that's going to be card number 39. We're going to pull that out. And again, I'll say it again before I pull this card. You know this is full of spoilers. You've already seen this. So if you don't want me to spoil it, then don't watch any further. Okay, here we go. This is card 39. You come across 2 marked graves. Very likely the crew of the submarine. The ground here is very rocky, and whoever tried to bury them here appears to have attempted to dig a proper grave before giving up and covering the bodies with stones in the form of cairns. Okay, that's pretty cool. And by the way, even though this text is small, you know, I've had other games where I've really struggled to read the text. They picked a good font. It's very clear to read. So, anyway, we're going to flip this over, and it's going to give us an arrow back to the praying thing. So this is going to stay here for the moment. You meditate for a while, pondering the demise of the deceased while hoping to avoid their fate. Immediately after this is revealed, take a 666 card. After resolving it, apply the following effects. I don't want to take a 666 card. That can't be good, right? Can't be good. But we're going to go get one. I'm looking for a 666 card. And I don't see them. Hold on just a sec. Okay, well, I thought I might have been missing my 666 cards, and I went and looked online, and some people also thought that. They were in one of the decks, but they weren't in the right order, so I did find them. It took me a long time, though. Anyway, here's one of our 666 cards that we have to deal with. It says, a veil of fog mysteriously forms around the grave. Uh-oh. You have apparently disturbed a tormented spirit. We have to fight. Oh, gosh. This is, of course, our girl. She's already frightened. We have to fight 2. We need a 7. The otherworldly creature vanishes. Or, whew. Well, I don't have any skull cards in my hand, so this might not be too bad. So we're going to have to try and do this. We got to draw 2 cards. I don't see us passing with a 7 without drawing a whole bunch more cards than that. So I think we're just going to draw the minimum. We're not going to get that lucky, and this is what we're going to get. So we got 2 items. A walking stick, which isn't bad. Oh gosh, -2 actions for walking and fighting. It's kind of good. Of course, this blowpipe isn't too bad either. However, I think we'll toss that. So we didn't succeed. We're going to have to do the failure. But I think then we'll also, I got the torch, nomadism, and the war paint. I think what we'll do is trade out the war paint. That one isn't as useful to me as this one, the walking stick. So we'll take that. We got torch, walking stick, and then her nomadism. But we have to deal with this now. So we did fail. It says the spirit enshrouds you in its spectral form. Each involved character takes a 102 card for each skull card in the discard pile. Okay, we have to look at that. There's curse card. I think there's 1. You must randomly discard 1 card from the action deck. Okay. So let's see. We're going to see if I think we only have 1 skull card. We do. We have 1 curse card in the discard pile, which means we're going to take 1 102 card. It's not the worst ever, right? So we'll see what that does to us. Probably something, I'm sure something not good. Alright, the first 102 card, and it says, it's so cold your hands and feet are starting to go numb. You need to find a heat source soon, or you will be in danger of hypothermia. Oh man, you are freezing. If you have the fire resource, return this. Okay, she's got 2 injuries now. Now this one does say that we're going to have to discard cards from the action deck. It says player must discard 1 card from the top of the action deck for each red card. Now she has 3 now. So we're going to discard 3 cards from the action deck. We're suddenly not doing well. There's our second curse card, but luckily this already went by. So these 3 are going to get discarded. Boom. And then it says you must randomly discard 1 card from the action deck. Okay. Well, there's that one too. Oh, rope! That's bad. I want that back. So, man, we handled the Spectre poorly. All right. Okay, now we go on to this. Now it says for each curse card, and we now have 2 cards in the discard pile, randomly take 2 cards from the discard pile and shuffle them back into the action deck. Okay. Well, our deck is getting pretty hefty here, so unfortunately it's random. So we don't know what we're going to get back into the deck. But it's okay. It's better than not get. Well, we could get both curses back. That would suck. 1, 2. Okay. And that's going to be it. So we're going to shuffle these back into our dwindling action deck. Still got plenty of cards in there, but not enough for me to feel like we're going to be able to go on and on without getting some back in. Now, we have a way to get some cards back into the deck with this medical examination, but I was waiting to have some better ability to get it done. We'll have to see. Alright, well that was it for that. Now this stays in play. It provides, this card attaches to this, and it provides wood and flint. So we're going to have an active turn this turn, I do believe. And that's going to be the end of her action there. So that was not a really good action. Next up, we're going to take Mr. Pendleton. He's going to say, you know what I'm going to do? I have the ability to Well, no, that's not him. Actually, all the good items are with her. So he's not going to do that. We're going to wait. We're going to go back to Mary. As we can see, we can build this walking stick, right? And it says that if we have wood, which we do have with the gravesite, it's -2, which means it won't require any skill to create. So we're going to move Mary Kingsley's cards a little bit, and then we're going to create the walking stick, which we're going to put a 4 die on. That means it's got 4 uses with the walking stick. We can use it to move for a -2. Now we can get back across the water more safely. No, that's a teeter. That's a balancing thing, so we can't. And then it also helps with combat. But we also have this. Now, this requires 4. Yeah, this requires 4. And I'm thinking, trying to think of what she can do with this. So we don't have, if we could build a fire with the flint, that would give us a -3, which means we'd only have to draw 1 card to build the torch. And then the torch would give us some cool actions there. Might want to build the flint with the fire, build the fire now with the flint. It would require us to spend 1. I'm thinking. I think we're going to do that. That makes some sense, doesn't it? Okay. So we're going to go back to our guy, Elliot. He's going to use the flint to create a fire. So we're going to discard this, but we're going to have to do this first. You can draw 1 card, and hopefully we get a success. We do, and also a 7. It says tiptoe. The following effect applies as long as you have this in your hand. If we have this kind of skill, you may discard 1 card with the keyword predator and take another. No, we're going to discard that card. And now we get to put a fire out. Put a fire figure into play on your designated terrain. So we now have a fire burning on the terrain there where we're staying. And that's going to allow Mary to do a couple things. So we did lose the flint. We used it. It is gone. And then we got a couple things that we could do. Now, the one thing that I think Mary wants to do is make this. So right now we got wood on the space. We got fire. So we're only going to have to draw 1. And we don't have to actually get a success. That's going to give her the torch too, so she'll have a walking stick and a torch. It's not too bad. Now we can combine those 2 items together or keep them separate. I think we'd keep them separate because you can only get 6 uses and each of those has 4. So I think we're going to do that. We have the fire. It doesn't say you get rid of the fire, it's just there. We have the wood as a resource, so we're going to get to build this for 4. We're going to have to draw 1 card. Let's see what it is. Examine the notes. How about taking a few moments to study notes that you and your companions took during your previous expeditions? No, we're going to get rid of that card. I don't know how good that is. We're going to put this one into play. So Mary's got 2 cards. She's also now has a campfire. So it says, if you have a fire resource, return this. So this is going to go back. This 102 card now goes back. She is no longer freezing because she has a fire in place with her. Well, that was a pretty active turn. We built a couple items, got some stuff done, but our deck is getting rather low. Now, I do believe the next thing we're going to do is try and get some of those cards back into the deck. The problem with his ability is he only gets to draw 1 card. If it doesn't have 2 successes, we're hosed on that. So let me think. Well, let's continue on with our search right now. So that was the gravesite. We've done that now. This stays in play here. Now I think Mr. Elliot Pendleton, since he's got rid of some items and things, he's going to go up here and he's going to explore that map area, which is go see or investigate. He needs to draw 1 card. He needs no successes, and it's going to give him 164. So here's his card, fire making kit. Well, he'll take it because he's only got one blue card now, or 2 rather. So now that's his 3rd, but he does not have the item yet. And there's wood there, so he can build that for 1 card and have a fire making kit available to him. Again, we're not going to do that yet. We're going to examine this. So we need card 164. I think I got this going all right. Let's see, 164. We're really trekking through this stuff, and this is awesome. Okay, 164. Here we go. You gaze upon the wide, endless ocean. The surf is rough and choppy, and the salty spray from the waves is enough to tell you that the water is freezing. So it's very cold. So we're going to flip this over, and what do we get? Well, let's move up. Swimming away will certainly not be easy. On the other hand, if you stay here for more than a few days, you will likely die. So we can both take an action to take a sailing type action. I'm looking to see if I have any special cards for that. I don't. The strong current carries you far from the north. This is if we do it. We're not going to do this yet. It's going to stay attached here because we still have the submarine to investigate. I still think we might want to go back to the main part of the island. It's a thought. All right. Okay. Well, first off, after he's done that, he's going to walk over and explore the submarine. So it's a you can see that it doesn't. It's a action for search, examine. He's going to do that, and he's not going to use any cards. He doesn't have to. And that's going to give him card 22. So let me grab that. Okay, we're examining the submarine. The cranes support the submarine above the water, but the chains attached to their ends. What do we get? Each chain runs through a pulley located at the top of the crane. Lowering and submerging the submarine obviously requires great precision and skill. Okay, so this is going to attach here. This is a really interesting space we found. This is something that's going to require both of us, I think, or no, it's locked action. That means players may not alter the default cost, so we only get to draw one card. We need one success. The chains do not now. Do I have anything that can help with this? I do not. Though I do have one that can help with that one up here, the Nomadism. Her Nomadism card gives her an automatic success. That is such a tough card. We're definitely not doing that one. Anyway, let's finish this. We can attempt to lower the submarine, or not. It says we'll return the train card and replace it with a 24 card, discard this card. So I think we're going to try it. We need one success. We don't have any. I'm looking to look at their cards to see if they have anything that can help them. We do not. So the Nomadism, nope, neither of those help with this action. So we're just going to have to draw a card and hope for the best that we get it. So let me get the card deck over. Let's see what we get. Okay, we're going to try and lower the submarine into the water. Boom! What we did, we got one success. That's what we needed. And we do this card, Leadership. Each involved character returns their tired and or frightened states. Oh, that's pretty good. He's already got. Well, he's got 3 cards now. I think I'm going to keep this because we do have people with someone with the frightened state. Oh, that's actually, he cannot keep that. That is Mary's, so this is going to go away. Mary is a leader after all. That's pretty cool. But that was her card, so he cannot keep that. However, we did succeed at this, so we're going to get out card 24, and we're going to put that into play, and I believe that's going to be the. No. Okay, card 24. Here it is. The submarine is in the water now. Set off. Oh, 6. The submarine is in the water. Now set off as quickly as you can. You never know what could happen. Okay, so we're going to flip this over, and this is going to replace this card. So we'll take this one up, put it in our past, put this one down. You can see that the submarine is now in the water. These are the same, so nothing else changes. And we have the submarine in the water, and we can take the submarine where we want to go. So do we want to swim back and explore the rest of the island, or do we want to take the submarine and see where it takes us? It's a really good question, isn't it? Let me think. The heck with it, guys. Okay, by the way, this got discarded, so that goes to the discard pile. Boom. And then we're going to go on to. I think we're going to do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's investigate the submarine. We're going to search the submarine. That's going to allow us. We're going to need card 37. Let's see what that gives us, guys. Okay, here we go. Searching the submarine. Stepping into the submarine, you see the former occupants apparently took anything of use. That's not good. That's no bueno. Entering the control room, you immediately check the remaining fuel. All you have to do is restart the engine, and you'll be able to leave this blasted place. I don't know if that's good or bad. Do we want to do that yet? I don't think we've finished what we need to do here. Leave this blasted place meaning go where? Done? What does that mean? I got to look up what that symbol here means. All right. Well, let's think about that, and I'm going to contemplate what we want to do. Those flags, that's a blue flag, so it says you may add together the number associated with the pictograph in this banner and the number of cards that you are able to take. So it doesn't say that. It just says a cog and another cog thing in that blue thing there. I don't know what that means yet. I think we'd have to succeed it and pull at the card to do that. I have a feeling that takes us away from what we need to do. Or maybe it gives us the ability. I don't know. I just don't know. What do you think, guys? Of course, some of you know this already, so you don't want to spoil it for me. Let me think some more. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave this episode right here. So we could hop in this submarine. We can take it to someplace else. Maybe. It says away from here. I don't know if I like that or not. We still have things to explore. I think we're going to have to try and take a risk and go back and head into the southern part of the island that we haven't explored yet. Oh man, I don't know, because we could also then build a... we can't really build anything else that we have, but we're in a good place with that. So we got some good items. We can take on some stuff if we need to. Yeah, but before we go, we are going to do one thing. Mary has the torch. Now you can see that the torch allows you to get -1 or 1 success to a first aid action, or cure heal action. And we have this medical examination. Randomly take 4 cards from the discard pile, shuffle them back in the action deck. So we need 2 successes. The odds of us getting 2 successes with 1 card is not decent, but the odds of us getting 1 success with 1 card is, and we get to shuffle 4 back, and we get an automatic success with the use of the torch. Or yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We're going to burn a use of the torch. So that's going to go to 3. And we're going to draw a card, and we're going to hope and pray that we get a success out of it. So there's the deck. Let's see. Oh, we did. We got a card. We got a success out of it. It says learn by doing. We'll leave that with Mary. She can take that. You may discard this card during the cost step of an action. I assume you can do it this way. He doesn't have to. If they both work on this together, she can spend the torch to do this, I would think, because you can help contribute to each other. So we're going to discard this. I guess he'll take that card back because this one's going to go away. We'll put 4 cards back randomly into the deck and then discard this card. So here is the discard pile. I'm going to shuffle it up just a little bit. And I'm going to draw 4 cards. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's what is going to go back into the deck. I don't know if I got any of the curses back in there or not. I hope not. Sorry, I'm bumping the camera. I'm going to shuffle those up. Now we got some more cards, some more time. So that means this. Now I discard this medical examination card. So we got 4 cards back. That was pretty good. And then another one in our hand, which is learn by doing, which is a -3 to energy to an action. And that's that. Okay, let's see. So let's read this card thoroughly, though. This learn by doing card that we decided to keep. It says, you may discard this during the cost step of an action you are involved in order to apply the following effects. Well, what we could do is use that 3 to go back across the water. We could do that and then go back to the other part of the island and finish exploring it. We still have 2 tiles we haven't explored over there, too. And let me show you. So we could go down here and explore these before we head off on the submarine to get away. The submarine's definitely the safest bet for getting out of here. So I'm thinking we're going to do that. But we'll save that for next time, guys, because I'm still injured. Now, we can also use the torch again to help with this. Get rid of the injury card. And so that'll help Elliot Pendleton a lot, actually. And we may do that. So let's stop here, guys. We'll continue on next time. We'll continue to explore this island and try and solve the curse of the voracious goddess. And I'll talk to you next time. I'm really thinking about what I want to do here. It's very contemplative. Big debate. Which way do we go? So take care, guys. Talk to you next time.